Let me talk my shit, man. Hey, listen, we're back at it again. I seem to have added we're back at it again to these videos, to these intros, but it wasn't an intended part of the intro. Is that I don't even want to do these intros no more. I'm just gonna get straight to it. I actually have a plan for this video today. I'm gonna take you through my meal plans. I'm gonna throw some pictures up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna also give you some progress pics. I think I'm gonna do this every week, either Sunday or Monday. I'm gonna I'm gonna give a progress update. And when I say progress update, that just means like my weight, my body fat, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's essentially all that's changing, right? And obviously you're gonna get an update on this on my state of mind. Right now it's not looking too good, it's looking a bit shaky. It's looking a bit shaky, but listen, hold on. Let me just get started. I wanna get sidetracked like I normally do. Basically, for my meals, I'm eating around 2.2 calories a day. My maintenance is about 2.6. And so I'm doing like a 400, 500 cal deficit. 2.6 is kind of an estimate because I did some experimental tests when I was eating at that level and I weighed myself every day and my weight didn't change. And when I added it past that level, when I decreased it past that level, I noticed that it increased and decreased in relation, right? Correspondingly. So I inferred that. And also my Whoop band tells me it's around at 2.7, which yeah, it's around 2.6, 2.7, depending on what I'm doing during the day in it. Because if I'm moving around, going work, I have to be up and down and this and that, then I'm gonna burn a bit more calories, a few more calories. But have you heard of the idea that it's actually we don't actually burn we burn a lot less calories than we think we do because our body automatically adjusts because of how evolutionarily, if we were to burn a lot more calories in the wild, chasing our food or our deer, right? And we didn't catch it, we're done. We're done. I can't lie. I don't think that was what I don't think that was actually the purpose. I just got carried away thinking that that kind of makes sense though, innit? Like our body can't take us too our body can't push us too far out of either side because we have like a basal metabolic rate which is responsible for keeping everything functioning at a minimal level. And if we go above, if we burn a lot more than that doing extra shit, then our body automatically adjusts to bring it back by, for example, if you was to go to the gym, you'd find yourself not even subconsciously not moving a lot more throughout the day to reserve to reserve those calories, right? To burn less calories than you would normally throughout the day. Or if you didn't go gym, you'd find yourself moving a lot more to maintain that steady sort of rate. So essentially, the point that I'm trying to make is that our meta the how much calories you think we burn is a lot less. And so that's why they say diet is the most important thing, right? Diet is the most important thing for losing weight because you're not gonna be able to burn enough calories for you to lose weight effectively. So I don't know where I was going with this and what tangent I'm on, but bro, I'm not gonna lie to the guys, I'm tired, bro. I'm chronically tired. No, I'm not really chronically. No, I would say I'm chronically tired over the past few. If I take into account the past couple months, right? But these past 2 days, I've gotten like five, six, and I've been just on the grind, man. Just on the grind. And on keto, it's not a good idea because when I feel like this, like I had a hunger pang for the first time in a while, and I guess that's because my cortisol and adrenaline was raised, which means it's burning through the very few glucose reserves that I do have. And when they drop, I get hungry. And I had a pang, but it disappeared. I had a pang before, like 2 hours before I was meant to eat. And I was just confused. I was thinking, what's going on? But before that, my eyes were literally drooping. My eyes were literally drooping. You know, the ones where you're just staring at a screen and it's like, oh my gosh. I'm hearing these words. I'm hearing these words. And I really have to concentrate to make them make sense. And it's really hard and it really shouldn't be this hard. And I think the way that my lifestyle is set up right now in terms of sleep, I'm not gonna say lifestyle. I think everything else has always been patterned. It's always sleep that's giving me a problem. And I need to recognize that sleep is foundational. Sleep is foundational to your health. There are three pillars: sleep, exercise, and diet, right? Without sleep, your exercise isn't as effective, if not just damaging. And your diet can only take you so far without your sleep. Because in your sleep is where all the magic happens. And I know that and I understand that. I have that knowledge. But my ability to act on it is not as I would like. is nowhere near up to standard. And I wouldn't say it's my fault, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's my fault. But then again, as a man, as an adult, as someone who wants to do amazing things and reach for the stars, the first step is to take responsibility, because that is the only way that you can really break those boundaries, achieve what others didn't. You know what others did? They said it was their fault. They said it was his fault. They said it was her fault. They said, if only she did this, if only they did this, I needed this. No, I should have done that. If I had done that, and if I had taken the initiative and that, if I had been proactive, I could have got her to do that. I could have got what I needed. I could have taken that next step. I could have brought everyone with me. It's about that accountability. It's about that leadership that really lets you start breaking boundaries and pushing further. But you got to find that within. You got to find that within. And you know where that starts with? That starts with sleep. That starts with right here in your bedroom. It starts with you getting a good night's sleep so you have maximum cognitive capacity and overall capacity to deal with everything that you have going on in life. Right? That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. And you know what? I envy the people that, because there are certain people that can actually do with getting 6 hours, like low amounts of sleep relative to everybody else. And they're perfectly fine. It's been shown in experiments. And I envy these people. And they might be the next generation of the human species. they've optimized sleep. And for something so important, and you can get done in less than the normal amount of time, that's definitely an evolutionary advantage. I envy you lot. I'm not gonna lie. I envy you lot. I wish I had what you had. I wish I had what you had. But listen, tangent. You know what I'm saying? Tangent for real. Back to what I was saying. I'm eating, right? I'm on a I'm actually tangent. That was a side tangent of tangents in the trust me, listen. What I'm eating is, we got lunch, we got dinner, right? No, we got breakfast, we got dinner, and that's it. And I eat the same thing, same breakfast, same dinner, Monday to Saturday, right? And so I'll take you through, and I'll throw some pictures up. On a Monday, or on a Monday to Saturday, for my breakfast, I'll have like 10 meatballs. To get really specific, I just remember that number. 10 meatballs, some mackerel. It's like a meatball bowl, right? So we got some meatballs, some mackerel, some cheese, some mayo. I used to have avocado, but the fat got to me, so I took that out. When you mix that all together, obviously the meatball seasoned, the mackerel's got a bit of black pepper on it. Warm it all up, chuck it together. so sexy. It may not look great, but oh my gosh, the taste, trust me, it's verified. And then for dinner, standard just chicken with broccoli. That's it. Simple. And on the Sunday, when all my food runs out, I'll have in the mornings, I'll cook up some diced beef and I'll just slap that with some spinach and some cheese. I know it sounds recycled, but it tastes a lot different. And the diced beef, when you really fry that up, is so chewy. It takes me so much longer to eat. It's kind of jarring. It tastes nice, but you know, when I'm trying to eat quickly during sahur times, it's taking me forever, and I barely finished it last time. That's my only that's the only downside to that meal. And then for dinner that day, I'll have tuna with egg, and then I'll have like a side of Greek yogurt with it as well. And on that day, I'll treat myself to a little dark chocolate, 70%. And I average about like 15 to 18 grams of carbohydrates every day, just keeping that level under 20. And yeah, that's my meals. I probably slap show the minerals as well, getting all the minerals. I take a lot of vitamins. Not a lot of vitamins. I mean, a lot of supplements. When I was on my carbs diet, I was only taking about 3 supplements, which was like the omega 3s, the lutein plus zeaxanthin, however you say that, the antioxidant type shit for your eyes, and creatine. Obviously, creatine. Listen, creatine is the miracle. Is the miracle supplement. All the researchers are coming around to it now. All the researchers are saying it's great. Listen, 5 grams reserved for your body. Then that everything above 5 grams goes to the brain, increases ATP. Listen, that's great for things like if you want to think about hard problems. It also manages sleep deprivation, so clearly something that I need. And also, of course, we all know the benefits that it gave in the gym. You know what I'm saying? More power. I mean, more capability to push yourself harder during sets, which means that you can grow muscle more easily, more quickly. But the brain benefits are only now being instated. So listen, get your creatine up. So I said creatine, omega 3, the eye supplements, and then I think there was one vitamin D because most people are deficient in vitamin D, and I'm black in England, so more than likely I'm gonna be deficient in vitamin D, right? And those are the only 4 supplements I was really taking. I'm taking like 6, 7, and I get out of here, man. Get that shit out of here, bro. Hey, listen, but yeah, and I'm taking like 6, 7 supplements these days, man. But at the start, I was probably taking about 8. Okay, I used to take probiotics, I think, whatever it is that populates the gut. Right, you got the prebiotics which feed the gut bacteria, and you got the probiotics which actually populate the gut bacteria. And I took them when I first started because my gut microbiome, when you first start a new diet or anything like that, all the bacteria that used to live off your old food die off, and then new ones will come in. But in that time, you don't want the bad bacteria to start to populate your microbiome instead. So having a supplement that will keep putting good bacteria in your stomach while it waits for the new bacteria to grow that are adapted to your diet is a good idea. So I was doing that, and yeah, now I'm just taking a whole heap of supplements because I'm not getting a whole lot from my diet. Like before, my diet used to cover everything. Like, I'll probably take you lot through my diet like in another video after I'm off this keto. But my diet beforehand covered a lot. This one don't really cover too much. Well, what can I expect? Um, but yeah, no, that was the whole aim of this video, is to take you lot through the diet, give you a little progress updates. I'll throw up some numbers, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm like 88 kg right now. In the first week, I lost 3 kg, but I'm assuming that's mostly water weight. And then this week, I lost 0.5 kg. which is to be expected on like a 500 calorie deficit. So next week, I'm expecting the same sort of rate, 0.5, 0.5. So if I do the quick maths, if I'm going to be on this diet for 4 more weeks, I should expect to lose 2 more kg. So I'll be 87. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it for the weight. That's not the goal. But I guess now that it's a metric that I'm looking at, I'm thinking, how can I get it down as far as possible by the end of this diet, so I can really have a, where you just build up, and you wanna chop, so you can have the like a solid foundation, right? I mean, that's the whole process of bulking and cutting. But I want to cut as much as possible, so that the gains made kind of expands. Do you guys know what I mean? I want to cut down as much as possible so I can, I don't know, grow as much as possible, I guess. Because if I bulk and then I only cut a little bit, and I bulk and I only cut a little bit, then it's like I'm just not really not I'm not taking those, that cutting period is not as efficient as it could be. But just ignore what I just said. I just want to cut as much as possible before I bulk. Simple as that, really. Um, but yeah, man. Hopefully, I can get some sleep today. Hopefully, you guys can get some sleep today. Hopefully, I realized the importance of sleep to you. You already knew how important sleep was, but listen, however many times it's repeated, I don't. It's not getting into my brain enough, clearly, because I'm not acting on it. And I know a lot of you guys can relate. So listen, have a good night. Have an early night, please, for your sake.